Greg Ehrenberg from OddsShopper here to break down Wednesday's NBA slate. So as you guys come in, like the video, subscribe to the YouTube channel, and any questions or comments you have for myself, let me know below in the comments section, and I'll be checking out all of those and answering them as the day goes on. And as you guys know, win, lose, or draw, I recap my bets at the top of the program here, and yesterday's slate sucked for us. So these are some of the hard ones to do sometimes, to recap some of the losing slates where I get my ass kicked, which is what happened yesterday. I had a couple of defensive stat props I had overs on. Walker Kessler over 2.5 blocks. He had 2 blocks in the first quarter, didn't block any for the rest of the game. So Walker Kessler, I'm going to have to forgive him because he's been so good to us over the course of the last month or so. But finally, we ended up losing a bet on Walker Kessler, didn't come through. And then we had Matisse Thybulle over 1.5 steals. Thybulle has been a monster in the defensive stats department for the Portland Trailblazers and really throughout his NBA career. He also had a steal in the first couple minutes of the game, but then didn't have any for the remainder of the game, so we got stuck on one. And then Jakob Poeltl, another guy that's been profitable for us as of late in the rebound department, had him for over 8.5 rebounds. He had by far his worst rebounding game since coming to the Toronto Raptors and only pulled down a few boards. So that's how it breaks sometimes. Got my ass kicked yesterday, and not going to hide from it. Just be transparent, tell you guys what the results are, and then we hope for better bets and better results going forward. But just want to make sure that we get that out of there. Don't want to try to hide from what was a bad slate yesterday, but we rebound and we'll do better today. And these are those bets. About to break them down. My favorite NBA bets for Wednesday's slate. So to kick us off here, I'm actually going to go right back to a bet from yesterday. Matisse Thybulle over 1.5 steals. And, you know, I know we only finished with 1 yesterday, but I still think it's too low, and I could kind of just copy and paste a lot of the stuff I said yesterday and rehash it. But here's the deal with Matisse Thybulle. He is one of the best defensive players we have in the NBA. Dog shit on offense, doesn't provide anything on the offensive side of the game, but defense, he's one of the best perimeter defenders we have in the NBA, and he is really excellent in the steals department, disrupting passes, getting into the passing lanes, generating turnovers. So if you look at the numbers for Matisse Thybulle in the 3 games prior to last game, he had 2 steals against the Rockets, he had 2 steals against the Kings, and against the Wizards, he had 4 steals. Overall for the season, Matisse Thybulle is averaging 1.5 steals per game, he's averaging 1 steal per game in only 13.6 minutes. So if you were to extrapolate that over the amount of minutes that he's currently playing, which is close to 30 in some of these games with the Portland Trailblazers, then you're looking at an average of 2.5 steals, which is right around where we have him in NBA Bet Pro, our prop betting tool over at Stokastic.com. If you look at Matisse Thybulle, currently our #1 prop bet of the day. We have Matisse Thybulle over 1.5 steals, winning right around 60% of the time because we have him projected for 2.7 steals, which is really in line with what Matisse Thybulle has done as a starter with the Portland Trailblazers. So I know it came up a little bit short for us yesterday, but I like a rebound for Thybulle. He had multiple steals in 3 consecutive games prior to last game, and even if you look at some of the previous years for him, last year, Thybulle played 25.5 minutes per game, averaged 1.7 steals. This is a guy who racks up a lot of defensive stats. I like him to bounce back. Getting right back to it. Matisse Thybulle over 1.5 steals. Today's video is sponsored by DraftKings Sportsbook, and if you guys haven't taken advantage of this offer yet, it is just such an easy way to make money. $150 actually if you sign up at DraftKings Sportsbook using the link we have below, because all you're going to have to do is place a $5 money line bet, and that first money line bet you place pays out $150 if that team wins, no matter what the odds are. So here are the steps you guys should be taking. Sign up with that link below. Head on over to DK Sportsbook. The first bet you place, make it a $5 money line on Creighton in men's basketball tonight. They're the biggest favorite you'll find on anything. Minus 2,500. They are going to win tonight's game. You throw $5 on Creighton at minus 2,500, and even though they have those odds, this bet pays out $150 via DraftKings when it wins. Just make sure when you sign up, use our link below so they know that we are the ones who sent you. And if you or anybody you know has a gambling problem, call or text the number 1-800-GAMBLER. And now for my final bet of the day, I did have 2 more bets lined up, but actually one of the bets I had moved a ton right before I started recording. I had Jalen Williams of the Oklahoma City Thunder for under 18.5 points. I'm starting to record this. I'm talking about my bets, and then my producer messages me and says, hey, Jalen Williams is now 16.5 points. So taking that one out of the video because it's a number that doesn't exist anymore. But another number that, if it comes back up later in the day, I did really like Jalen Williams for under 18.5 points. And it's something I bet earlier in the day. But instead, we're going to touch on here Jared Vanderbilt over 8.5 rebounds. And he's going to be playing a bigger role now for the Los Angeles Lakers in the absence of LeBron James. Last couple of games for Vanderbilt, 2 games ago, he was a monster, pulled down 17 boards 8 rebounds last night against the Memphis Grizzlies in a game that was, a little bit one-sided. But here's the key. If you look at Vanderbilt, he has been so good in the rebound department. Just the minutes have been all over the place. And really a lot of that goes back to actually one of our guys, Walker Kessler. Jared Vanderbilt got off to a pretty hot start to the year for the Utah Jazz. But as the season went on, the Jazz realized that Walker Kessler was the guy they wanted to start at center. They moved Kelly Olynyk over to power forward. That moved Jared Vanderbilt to a bench role for Utah. He kind of started to fall out of the rotation. That's why Utah ends up shipping him to the Los Angeles Lakers at the trade deadline. And if you look at the numbers for Vanderbilt overall for the year, he's only playing 24 minutes per game, but he's averaging 8 rebounds per game in those 24 minutes. So now for today, his rebound prop is 8.5. And I think we're going to be seeing him play right around 30-ish or so minutes for the Lakers in the near future because of the absence of LeBron James. LeBron dealing with a foot injury. He's been ruled out for at least a few weeks. He might not even play the rest of the season, but at least for now, Vanderbilt's going to stick in the starting lineup. He's going to play big minutes. He does a little bit of everything. He's a very good defensive player. He's a good rebounder. He's also a very good passer for a big man. We've seen him average about 3 assists per game. So Vanderbilt, he's a good guy to buy low on before the sportsbooks catch up to the role that he's currently playing. Over 8.5 rebounds makes a whole lot of sense to me. And by the way, here's our rebound projection on Vanderbilt today, just to show you how high we are on him. We have Vanderbilt projected to pull down 10.2 rebounds. So somebody who we have live for a double-double as well in our projections. Over-unders 8.5. We have him projected for 10.2. I'm taking the over on Jared Vanderbilt. So 2 NBA bets today, with one of the ones that I'd bet being off the board. We've got Jared Vanderbilt over 8.5 rebounds. And then the other bet that I like for today, going right back to Matisse Thybulle, over 1.5 steals. I know it didn't win yesterday, but I still didn't think that was a terrible bet. And I thought we were on the right side of it, going to attack that one once again today. And then if it does happen to open up, like I said, I bet Jalen Williams under 18.5 points. It's been bet down to 16.5. But if that 18.5 becomes available, I would like the under on that as well. But that is going to do it for me today. And if you want more information for myself, check out our Discord channel. The first week is 50% off when you sign up using the link. Also, before you leave, like the video, subscribe to the YouTube channel. Good luck today, guys. See you back here tomorrow.